South American idol into the church to worship.
Really?
He did. The Pachamama.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of like a South American god, Pachamama.
Why would he do that?
Good question, but he did.
Did he have an explanation for why he did it?
Yeah, it's kind of a weasel-worded thing of like, oh, all religions are just as good as one another. But, if that's his contention...
He shouldn't be the Pope.
No.
How can you be the Pope if you say all religions are just as good?
Yeah, we all worship,
So he brought that in.
Yeah, into the Vatican. Then the hierarchy even worshipped. They had a ceremony around it outside.
What?
So, well, that constitutes apostasy.
Yeah.
That's an apostasy.
Yeah.
All right?
Worshipping false gods.
Yeah, that's number one on the Mosaic hit list.
Yeah.
Says the Ray Boy, yeah, you Edomites are fucking hypocritical. Now, when it's all so-called white men, no problem. But this devil, Mel Gibson, like, what I'm saying, he did that. He directed the movie Passion of the Christ when the Messiah was depicted as a so-called white man in the movie. You devils are hypocritical. And this is your average Edomite. You know what I'm saying? I was reading the comments to this video. You people are fucking delusional. You know what I'm saying? Most of you Edomites and our people as well, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know nothing. All they know is so-called white supremacy, the false white supremacy in those images and those narratives that they've been giving it to you ever since slavery. Let me back this up. The hypocrisy of you devils.
Just as good as one another, but if that's his contention,
he shouldn't be the Pope.
No,
how can you be the Pope if you say all religions are just as good?
Yeah, we all worship.
So he brought that in.
And Joe Rogan is a straight demon as well. All you Edomites, right? So, this is what are you talking about? The Roman Catholic Church been worshiping idols. This ain't nothing new. I'm gonna prove everything that I'm saying to you. This ain't nothing new. What are you talking about? Get into this lesson, man. And this is what they want you to see in your mind. Now, if you don't see this guy in your mind, all of a sudden it's hate speech. All of a sudden it's not valid. All of a sudden color don't matter. You Edomites a piece of work, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get into another video going into the different idols, the various idols that they got throughout the world, but I'm just gonna go here. I'm going to show you the construct of so-called Roman Catholic Christian Church, because the Roman Catholic Christian Church is the mother of all these different denominations you see of so-called white Christianity today. But check this out. This is in the Roman Catholic Church. Joe Rogan and his devil Mel Gibson. How you missed this? What are you talking about? This been the construct of a Roman Catholic Church. Nothing but idols. Let's go back. It's all throughout your history. And this is the spinoff. Like I say, the Roman Catholic Church is the mother of all the modern day so-called white Christianity denominations. When you go to the Baptist, the Methodist, the Presbyterian, the Jehovah's Witness, the Latter-day Saints, Seventh-day Adventists, Calvinism, you name them. All those come from the Roman Catholic Church. You had something called the Protestant split. Look at this. What was Joe Rogan and this devil Mel Gibson at when this was going on? Why they didn't say nothing? Because it represents so-called white supremacy. What these devils been at? Do you not know this the whole construct of modern day so-called white Christianity? Idolatry? The fuck? And this is why we vexed out with you devils, man. Look at this. This been going on. But I guess it's not considered idols, right? Look at this. Nothing but idolatry and been going on in the Roman Catholic Christian Church. So what the fuck he talking about? And this is the hypocrisy of you devils. Look at this, man. Look at this. This satanic, demonic. And this is why this the version of Christianity our people worship today. Look at this. Nothing but idols. All right. This gets me inflamed, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our people, they destroyed, man. They destroyed because of this version of Christianity. Got them all fucked up in the head. Look at this. Where you at, Joe Rogan? Where you at? Where you at, Mel Gibson? Where you at, Edomites? Why are you not condemning this? And I can keep going on it. And what they did when they came over to colonize, they brought this missionaries that brought this version of Christianity to our people. And that's why you got the Latin tribes, so-called. You go down to South America, all of them see so-called white Jesus in their mind. And they got so-called white Jesus in their Christian churches. And they got so-called white Jesus in their homes. All the Latin tribes, so-called. They be from South America, North America, Central America, the Caribbean, go to so-called Africa, you go to the Australias, you know what I'm saying, Australia, Slovakia, all throughout so-called Europe, which is really supposed to be called Asia. You got all these idols pushing the so-called white demonic demons. Look at this. Look at this. Who did this? This is your modern day Christian church. This is the mother of it. That's why it's all satanic, this worship of fish. He wearing a fish go back into the Phoenicians. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but idol. Modern day Christianity in its rawest true form is idolatry, right? And it's a false representation of the Israelites. It's a false representation of the angels. It's a false representation of the patriarch. It's a false representation of the Messiah. It's a false representation of the Most High. And I dare anybody to challenge me. Check this out. Indoctrination. So all these images has saturated our people's mind and they fucked up. They indoctrinated. It ain't no coming back for most of our people. It says indoctrination. Matter of fact, I didn't want to go to that. But I was going to go to Christianity indoctrination, which the building block of modern day Christianity is those images that you see in your mind. Let me go here. And right here, I put in, why do people attach to familiarity? And that's going back into this version of Christianity our people been taught. It come with all these sayings, all these doctrines, all this confusion. It's just madness, man. It says people attach to familiarity because it generally signifies safety and predictability, meaning our brains find comfort in things we've encountered before, making us less likely to feel threatened by the unknown. And this is why most of our people do not want to challenge the established religion, indoctrination of Christianity, because they're comfortable in these lies, right? Read that again. It says to feel threatened by the unknown. Essentially, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. And this is a psychological effect of this modern day Christianity. Let's go here. And all these other religions, all these other entities are idols. We've been telling you that. That's how you know we got the truth. We serving the only true power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. His name not God. His name not Allah. His name not Elohim. For you demons. His name not, Most High and Christ bless. His name ain't even the Most High. That's just a title we call him. But his name is Yahweh. You go down to Buddha, Hindu gods, Shiva, you know what I'm saying? You got all these idols that's throughout all these other nations as well. It says at the top, for all the gods of the nations are idols. They can't talk. They can't heal. They can't do nothing. They'll bow down to statues that can't deliver them in a time of trouble. They can't talk. They can't move. They can't see. It says appears in the King James Version Bible of the Psalms 96:5. It says the full verse reads, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua made the heavens. Yahweh created the sun, Yahushua created the angels, and then you got all the various creations that you see today, spirits, bodies, animals, on and on, even things you don't know of. It says explanation. It says the phrase of all the gods of the nations are idols emphasizes that the gods worshipped by the other nations are powerless and empty. The Bible frequently condemns idol worship. It says contrasting the living power of Israel, the God of Israel, the strength of Israel, right? with the objects that people worship. And it's all these things that you see today start at the Roman Catholic Christian Church. So what the fuck is Mel Gibson and Joe Rogan talking about? You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. Idol. It says right here, an image, a representation of God. That's all you see plastered throughout America and throughout the whole earth with this so-called white Jesus image, man. It's religious propaganda. It's religious paraphernalia. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It says right here, a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, and revered. That's that image of so-called white Jesus that's still in your girlfriend mind. It's still in your auntie mind. It's still in your uncle mind. It's still in your grandfather mind, your grandmother, your cousins, your sister. It's still in their minds. This image right here. This image right here has seduced. It has brainwashed. It has indoctrinated you. Now all of a sudden, this color don't matter, and it don't matter now. No, it do matter. It's everything. Let's go. 1 Corinthians. And this the epistle was written to the Israelites that was in Corinth, but it applies today because we was all carried away with these idols. And it's going to show you that it's talking about Israelites, Jake. 1 Corinthians 12:2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles. Ye were Gentiles. Ye were Gentiles. This not talking about the heathen nation. It's talking about Israelites that was worshiping other gods. Because in Corinth, you had, what was that, Diana of Ephesus, if I'm not mistaken. You had these idols that was remnants of the Greek Empire that our people still was worshiping at this time frame. Right? 1 Corinthians, and this is the church in Corinth, the Israelites in Corinth, Greece, if I'm not mistaken. 1 Corinthians 12:2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles. So all of us was in a Gentile state of mind. Right? We was an unrecognizable people. We was known as Gentiles, right? The Israelites that fell away. It says carried away unto these dumb idols right here. And then in Ephesus, you know what I'm saying? You know, in Corinth, you had the goddess Diana. Matter of fact, let me get that for you real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, got this pulled up right here. It says Diana was being worshipped, right? It says, yes, the goddess Diana was worshipped in the ancient city of Ephesus, like I said. And as described in the Bible, the book of Acts, Diana was a Greek goddess associated with hunting. So you had our people was worshiping this idol and many other idols at around this time frame. Let's go here. There you go, right here. You know, you can do further research. So going back here, our people coming out that Greco-Roman, right? You know, mentality they had picked up on these different idols. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the so-called Greek gods was infused inside of the so-called Roman gods. If that makes sense, right? It says 3, wherefore I give you to understand that no man speaking by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, a curse that no man can say that Yahweh Shai is the Lord, but by the Holy Spirit. Right? It says 4, now there are diversities of gifts. So you got some brothers that can speak the Hebrew, they can go into break down the Hebrew. You got brothers that got a strong prophetic spirit on them. You got brothers that all got all kind of talents in the truth. You got brothers that can go into the true history and break it all down and feed it through the spirit, but the same spirit. It says there are differences of administrations, but the same Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Yeah, you got brothers got many different great gifts that they bring into the truth, right? So you got brothers that specialize in prophesying. You got some brothers that can go into the historical records and be able to break it down fluently. You got some brothers that deal with the Hebrew and the understanding of all the technicalities of the Hebrew. You got some brothers that's good with words, breaking the words down, going into the Strongs. You got some brothers that specialize in going into the artifacts, so on and so forth. It's vast. All right. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Rachat Kodash. Shalom.